Hi everyone, this is Selina. Welcome back to one of my videos. I hope you're well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Selina and I release crochet tutorials and free patterns. And today I'm bringing to you this beautiful little puff flower clutch bag. It's so pretty, it's so feminine, and as always the free pattern will be available on my blog selinaveronique.com. The link will be in the description box. So for this project you will be needing this yarn. So I did use this one, which is called Yarnsmiths Merino DK yarn, and this is 100% merino wool. And it comes in 50-gram balls, and this is considered a DK light 3 yarn. So usually I don't use merino yarn for accessories such as bags, but today I think it looks really lovely. But you can use whichever light 3 yarn you prefer. So you can use a merino yarn, an acrylic yarn, or you can simply use a cotton yarn. It makes no difference to the pattern. You will also be needing a 4mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors and a tapestry needle. I will be speaking in the US terms with British terms in brackets. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you like this video. And without further ado, I'm just going to jump into the tutorial. So to begin, I will be showing you how to crochet these little flowers. I will be popping up on the screen how many you will be needing. So to begin, take your yarn and make a slip knot. Pop your hook through and tighten. And now you will be chaining 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. And once you've chained 4, you will be slip stitching through the first chain on your hook to create a circle into which you will be crocheting. So to begin, chain 1, and this does not count as a stitch. You will now be popping 12 single crochets around this center, and we are going to be fastening in the loose end as we go, but you will see that as I go. So pop your hook directly through the center, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook. Take your yarn and pull through 2 loops, and this creates your first single crochet, and you will need 12 single crochets in total. So 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I've done my 12 single crochets, as you can see, and I have fastened in the loose end to tighten the center afterwards. Now we are going to be slip stitching through the first single crochet that we made to close off this round, and this is what we have. And now for round 2, chain 2, 1 and 2. This counts as your first stitch. So now we are going to be creating the petals. So wrap your yarn around your hook, go into the same first stitch here, pull up a loop, and do this 3 more times. So do this 4 times in total, like so. And this is what we have. And now to finish off the petal, take your yarn and pull through all loops on your hook. So just take your time with this part. And chain 1 to close off the stitch. Go into the next single crochet with a slip stitch, and go into the next single crochet with a slip stitch, and we are going to be repeating this process another 5 times so as to have 5 petals in total. So chain 2, 1 and 2, and now go in 4 times, 2, 3 and 4, and now take your yarn and pull through all loops on your hook, chain 1, and now slip stitch through the next single crochet and again, and repeat this until you have 6 petals for round 2, and then I'll show you how to finish off this flower. Okay, so I've almost finished my last petal. So to finish my last petal, chain 1 and go into the last single crochet like so with a slip stitch. Fasten off, leaving quite a long tail because this is what we are going to be using to sew the flowers together, and pull this loose end through like this and tight and close off the flower. And now you are gently going to be pulling on the center to close up the center like so, and you can snip this loose end if you wish, and this is our flower. Okay, so now that you have all your flowers, we are going to be sewing them together. So as you can see, it's a teeny bit of a challenge to get completely straight edges. So we are not going to be going for completely straight edges, just sewing them to form a rectangle, if that makes sense. So I'm going to show you on camera. As you can see, I've already sewn the majority of the flowers together, but I am showing you how I do this. It just seemed simpler to show it this way. So as you can see, I'm trying to create as much of a straight edge as I can, and so that sometimes mean having to sew my flower in, repositioning the flowers as I go. So this is a great example of what I'm trying to do. So as you can see, I'm gently sewing this in, and I am positioning the flower so as to get the straightest edge that I can, but obviously we won't get a straight edge. This reminds me of another bag that I did. I will be popping the link in the description box and in the notes, with cotton yarn and different colors, and it was super popular, but the edges weren't straight. The reason is that puff flowers can't give a straight edge. So I hope this is a good example of what I am doing. So I will be placing a lot of photos on my blog, so please head over to the blog to have a look at the photos and just take your time. I just started sewing a few flowers in, and then gradually I'm giving it the shape that I want. Obviously, I'm missing a flower here, so I'll be sewing one here. I think this part is not too bad, so to speak. So I'll be sewing this part in soon to finish off the project. Like I said, I will be indicating everything on the written pattern, so if you need more help, just head over to the blog and check out the photos, and you can really zoom in and see exactly what I'm doing. So I am being very gentle with the flowers just because I don't want them to be deformed. And once you are satisfied with how you've sewed the flowers, just tie a knot like so. And then you can just sew in your loose ends. Once again, there are going to be lots of loose ends. So I'm just going to show you what I'm doing because we don't want our project to be less pretty because of the loose ends, if that makes sense. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just sewing in the loose end very simply. And then cutting off very gently and carefully. And if you want to sew in your loose ends more, by all means do that. So I'm going to carry on sewing my project, and then as I go, I'm just going to fold it over and compare the front and the back of the project. And again, we are not looking for completely straight edges, just the basic shape of a purse. So now we are going to be sewing in our project. So this is what it will look like after we've sewed it, once folded over. But we will be placing it like so, flowers up, and folding it like this, just so that we sew on the wrong side of the project. So this will be the inside of the purse. And so just fold it over. And I had a loose end that was left, but if you don't, you can always attach a piece of yarn. And now we are simply sewing this seam. And again, just sew this seam delicately. It may not be exactly symmetrical, if that makes sense, just because, once again, of the nature of the flowers, but it will be fine. Just make sure that you sew it nicely and as symmetrically as possible. And also, I will be placing a lining inside my bag, so it will add a lot of strength to the bag, if that makes any sense. So yes, I'll let you sew this in, and once you reach the bottom of the seam, just make sure that you sew this part really well, then create a knot and fasten off, and repeat on the other side, and then I'll get back to you. So this is the finished project. I did turn it inside out. I do hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You can make this larger if you want. You just need to add flowers. I will be lining my project and adding a little clip, I think. But yes, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.